All right, here's a new customer, and what we're doing today is I'm doing a cleanup of the branches, leaves, brush, and all the beds. It's a nice property on the Lake Erie here. So we're gonna get all this all the way to the fence cleaned up. Anything that needs trimmed. A ton of leaves back here. A bunch of brush that's been dumped here. Maybe at some point we'll do some trimming along the edge there. But there is a nice cliff. Definitely got to be careful. Looks like there used to be some sort of dock or something that's fallen apart. But a lot of stuff around the house as well. A lot of weeds need taken care of. But kind of just a general spring cleanup. There's grasses that need cut down. So this is going to take me quite a few days, but we've got that worked out with the customer. They know exactly what's going on and how long it's going to take me. We just got to get it done by May. So yeah, they're going to have some trees taken out. I'm not going to be doing that, but I will be cleaning out the ground cover, all the ivy. Some grasses up here. But the beds go all the way up to the fencing over there, all the way across, all around the house. So this will be a fun one. I'm not doing mulch here, I'm just doing the cleanup. I'll probably spray the weeds and the cracks. We got some nice azaleas blooming. Then we have all this over here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with all the branches and sticks. Get all that loaded up. Bunch of leaves and stuff back there. And just general cleanup. She wants this to look nice. I do not blame her. It's a beautiful house. It should look nice on the outside too. Okay, here's a brief recap. I got a lot of the brush cut out. I filled up a whole dump truck, but I got some smaller trees and brush all cut. She wants all of this removed and gone, so I'll probably come back here and spray Roundup to probably come back here and spray glyphosate to kill everything else. And I'll have to double check with her on some of this stuff in the back, but from here up, I got all the little stuff, and then got a big pile of sticks around this tree. Got this tree limbed up, so mowing around it is easy. Nothing's hitting your head. I got some bushes ripped out over here. There's some boxwood and some deutzia. There's a couple more. These are a bit bigger root balls. And then these are also getting removed. I believe this lilac is getting removed, and all of these deutzia and the boxwood back there. And there's some other stuff she mentioned that she wants removed, so I gotta go through and dig out anything that has been marked and she's approved of. I think she's keeping is that a hydrangea tree? I think she's keeping that, but mainly just keeping the bigger stuff. And so basically I just finished the back portion, or at least just a little bit of this bed. It's only been a few hours, but I got some other things to tend to today, going out for my dad's birthday. So told her what I got done. All right, here is the left side of the back stairs. All those bushes are cleaned out. I got the roots dug out and all the leaves picked up. Now it is on, that thing might come out actually. That lily or daffodil or something. Now this side, they've marked everything with orange to pull out. So everything in the front and the big boxwoods in the back. All right, end of the second full day. I got a pile of stuff I got to come back for. I sprayed this again because some of it didn't die. I got to finish picking up that pile in the corner. Here's where the real progress has been made. All these shrubs are out. That tree's been trimmed. Then all these shrubs are out. I still need to dig out those stumps, but then I got all the shrubs out all the way up to here. I trimmed up the lilac. I cut back all the grasses, trimmed the barberry. I cleaned up the leaves in these beds and any weeds. Same thing with over here. Ripped out a plant that was there. Cut all the grass. There's a grass, ornamental grass back there. There was one right there. Pulled weeds, got leaves out from all around here. Pulled a plant that was blocking the door there. Sprayed all the weeds. And then I sprayed the ground cover. They want all this ground cover out. And they want all the shrubs out too. So this is gonna have to be a big next day for me to start getting a lot of this. Then there's all that. I got sprayed. I didn't do anything up there. I don't think I need to do anything other than cut the grasses maybe. Then these boxwoods are coming out. They are marked with the orange flags. And then clean out the leaves. And then there's some stumps of hollies I need to dig out over here. And clean up the leaves. I trimmed this holly. There was a big couple boxwoods back here that I got removed. And I got the roots out too. Oh wait, there's one more. I need to get the root out there. But then clean up all the leaves. And then I sprayed again up front where the ground ivy is. All the ground ivy is coming out. And I believe there's a bunch of bushes coming out too. So that'll have to be a big third day. All right, let's take a look around. We got all those roots out, those root balls. I trimmed all the hydrangeas down. I got all the roots out back here, all the leaves cleaned up. Trimmed up these hydrangea trees. Yes, hydrangea trees. And then ripped out all the boxwoods back there. Trimmed this tree up a little bit and got all the leaves So this bed is done. Now I need to work on, I'm either gonna have to go over there and start cutting down all of that bamboo and bushes and everything, shrubs, trees, whatever, or I could go over here and do the same. I think I might start over here because this looks like there's probably less. That big, I think that big lilac or whatever that is coming out. And then all the scrub trees and brush shrubs all through here to the corner. All right, I am wrapping up for the day. I got 2 big shrubs out there. Just cut them flush and I'll spray the stumps later. I didn't get too much of the leaves in here, but I got all this weed whacked down. And then I started getting into this brush. So I got to go all the way up, getting all this brush basically to the fence all the way up. And then there's some more ivy underneath the pine trees that I need to weed whack. It's been sprayed. So a lot of leaves trapped in there. And then there's a bunch of stuff over here like trees. They put these flags out to kind of mark it for me. I'm gonna take what I can, like the smaller stuff, and leave some of the bigger stuff. But we gotta go all the way to that white picket fence and then all the way to that metal fence. So this is quite a bit of stuff. Not to mention there's more stuff like this on the other side. So I got my work cut out for me, but happy with the progress for today. All right, a lot of work has been done since I was last here. They got a bunch of trees taken out and ground stumps. All this ivy's killed and been weed whacked down. A bunch of brush, shrubs. I still need to finish this corner, but I got all this taken care of. A couple of weed trees in here. Somebody else cut that big one down. And then this has all been weed whacked and all the brush taken out. Now this is going to need blown out and maybe weed whacked down a little bit, maybe even sprayed again, just to make sure. There's a couple like spots where it's kind of green. So that'll completely finish off this. I mean, that little corner might take me another, I don't know, hour and a half maybe. And then all I will have left to do is the opposite side of the driveway. Over here, there's a bunch of bamboo and trees on that edge. I am going to be keeping a row of bamboo as a privacy along that edge, maybe a couple feet away from the fence. But yeah, we're looking like maybe one good solid day, maybe day and a half. I'll have all this finished up and get out of here and get paid. All right, today's Sunday, the day before Memorial Day. And here's the progress update. I got this whole corner cleaned out now. All the trees and brush removed. Very wet over here. This is holding water. Let's not get into this. There's a yard drain right there. Needs to get graded. But yeah, all this is cleaned out. Now you can see the whole fence. I chopped down some ivy. I'll need to come back next time and spray when it starts to pop up a little bit. And then I'll show you what I got over here done. It's about almost 6 o'clock. It's gonna be raining soon, so I'm gonna call it for the day. So I can go home and get some good rest. But I got a lot of stuff cut down over here. So this was all a bunch of bamboo and brush and trees. I got it all cut down on the ground right now. And I'll just have to come by and pick it up, get it cut up and fit into the truck. We are going to leave a little bit on the edge where the fence is. But yeah, I basically have, I don't know, another 10, 12 feet this way to clear out. This is all cut down on the ground. This is all cut down on the ground. The ivy needs to be sprayed and weed whacked, but all this has been cut. And that's probably another 2 loads to get that out of here. But yeah, excited to get this progress, see the progress, and hopefully be done with this job soon. All right, it's very windy today up by Lake Erie, but here's what we got done. All of this is cleared out. It's been weed whacked down and sprayed. All the brush, there was like some sandstone chunks over here. They were very hidden. They said to go ahead, I could leave the bamboo for a little bit of privacy on that side. I guess they're gonna eventually be putting in a privacy fence along there. But yeah, basically got all that cleared up. I've taken a lot of dump truck loads out of this place, but I'm almost there. I just got to finish up the other side in the corner, kind of back that way. Once I get that cleaned out, that I'm done. Yay, we did it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this has been all cleared out. All the brush, all the small trees. There's a couple small ones that I didn't get to, but there's a big stump right there. All this brush is gone. I went through with the weed whacker and chopped all this up and sprayed. So now this section is good to go. This is the last section. I just got paid. I am so freaking happy. One, because I've been at this job for a while, and two, because I got other jobs coming up that I need to get to, and three, because I'm going out of town to New York. So this is paying for that. So this is awesome. Super happy. Customers happy. They're gonna call me after a little while to do a talk about installing some plants probably, and maybe doing mulch or something. So we'll see how that goes.